I just brought my other stuff. So can I?
Sit with your parents. All you need is your siddur.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. I hope you enjoyed spring. It's going to be winter starting all over again. It was quick. And what happened to, come in the middle. Come in the middle. You know, you get less than 50 people, you want to make a community, right? So if you haven't prayed with us before, we use this book. It's called The Gates of Prayer. I just showed how old I am. Mishkan Tefillah, a tabernacle of prayer. And when we do a service on the second Friday, we do it at 6 o'clock. We try to keep it pretty light. And what light means is we want you to sing along, which is why we don't have a piano. We just have our guitars, and we have our voices, and we have our ruach, our spirit. So there's this beautiful, beautiful rendering of a very, very famous verse. And if you look going from right to left on page 10, you'll find, Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Behold how good it is, how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. We're going to play it in D, Lord, just so you know. On one, I'm sorry. Play D. I adjust your capo. You're on your fret. Don't fret. It's a pretty simple melody. It goes like this. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. It's very harmonic progression. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Try again. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Now, it would be better if you sang. That would be really, really nice. We really love singing together, as you hopefully can tell, but we really love it even more when you sing along. And I know we've got microphones and all that thing, but so, get your internal indicator and just push up the volume about 2 notches.
Or pretend there's a hairbrush in your hand.
What?
Pretend there's a hairbrush in your hand.
Oh, I did not grow up with the hairbrush school of singing. Did you?
Of course I did.
Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. One more time. Hine ma tovu manayim. Great. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Now here's where it gets interesting. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. harder, but we'll do it. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Back to the beginning. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam. Now without guitars, let's talk about it. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam. You're beautiful. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. We're going on the road next week. I'll give you a call about where we're going to sing next. It's wonderful to hear you sing. It's a challenge in a room with 30-foot ceiling to bring together people in a close, caring relationship for a Shabbat. And we do it with smiles and songs. So will you do me a favor? Come here a second. Both of you. You don't know them. Say Shabbat Shalom to them and tell them who you are. Go say hi to Anita. Say hi to the people behind. These are the hearts back here. Say hello to Sandy. He deserves it. Shabbat Shalom. Now, when is your actual anniversary? Okay, that's our anniversary. We know that. Yes, okay. Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Now, while we're all Shabbat Shaloming, we're going to ask Ben to bring his parents up to the pulpit for the lighting of candles for Shabbat, followed by Kiddush. Thank you, Emily, for being so cooperative as I drag you all around the room. So, come on up here. Everybody else is going to rise, if you're able, for the lighting of candles and Kiddush. It's on page 3 and 2 in your prayer book, going from right to left. You got it?
Yep, ready? As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Please remain standing and turn to the next page, 4 and 5 for Kiddush. After the introductory reading, Ben is going to lead us in the prayer. Hold the cup. There you go. On page 4, Vahi erev vahi voker yom hashishi, and there was evening and morning the 6th day. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the 7th day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the 7th day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the 7th day and called it holy, because on it, God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. Pick a good key. Come on, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, b'ahavat uvratzon, hinhilanu, zikaron l'maseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila, lamikraye kodesh, zecher l'tzia mitzrayim, kivanu v'harta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, ba'avat uvratzon, hinhaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Give some to your parents. It's just juice. Vintage Tuesday, I think, but it's just juice. Everybody please have a seat. Here you go. One down. Put it there. Here we go. Put the cap on the cup. Mazel tov. Here you go. Look at page 6, please, in the middle. We read responsibly the kind of congregation we hope to be. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. Together,
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
may the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Look at page 8. We'll read it together about gratitude. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, no services, but I need them.
Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created, and to work to perfect it.
To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illuminate all of us,
and to bring that vision to life.
Turn to page 12. The section called Kabbalat Shabbat is really segments of psalms that introduce the Shabbat, the culminating song we're up to. So this is called Lechu Neranena. Some of you know it. If you don't, hopefully you'll know it by the time we go through the second time. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena haladonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena haladonai. Naria, Naria, Letzur Yishenu, Nekadma Fana Betoda. Naria, Naria, Letzur Yishenu, Bizmirot Naria Lo. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena haladonai. 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 So we're going to go up to 4 here, just hinting to my co-companions here.
Thank you.
The automatic transposition machine. Goes like this. Look at the facing page. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Kol Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Try that. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Middle part. Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basrum Liyom Liyom Yeshuato. Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basrum Liyom Liyom Yeshuato. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basrum Liyom Liyom Yeshuato. Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basrum Liyom Liyom Yeshuato. If you turn to page 20, you'll see the most famous of all the Kabbalat Shabbat psalms and songs. It's called Lecha Dodi, and it means let the bride come in. Dodi is a word for beloved. And the mystics in the northern town of Israel called Tzfat used to dress all in white and go out into the hills to greet the presence, the spirit of the Sabbath bride. And we try to keep some of that spirit here. We sing the verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Now, if anybody is a Hebrew scholar here, and you look at the first Hebrew letter of each verse, it spells out the name of the author. Shlomo HaLevi. Shlomo Alkabetz put his name in it, so he would always be known as the author of this. It is truly beloved with more melodies than we can possibly count. What are we up to here?
We're on 3.
We're on 3? Thank you. So how... Sorry. Likrat kala yalala yalala. Lalas. Page 20. La 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 la. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Ishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad. Shemo echad. L'shem tiferet v'eli. Lichadodi. Lichadodi. Likrat kala yalala yalala yalala. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. It's at the top. Lichadodi. Likrat kala yalala yalala yalala. B'nei Shabbat. Verse 2. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mikor habracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava. Beginning. Lechadodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lechadodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat. Verse 5 on the next page, with facing page. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'orech uri, 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 shidaberi, kevod Adonai Alai. I want you all to rise. Please rise. And face the rear. Look at verse 9. Maybe the bride will come into our presence. Face the rear. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'b'tzola toch emunei am sigu. And we bow to the left. Boicha. And then to the right. Boicha. And please sit. Lechadodi likrat kalai. La 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 la. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Lechadodi likrat kalai. Yalala yalala yalala. B'nei Shabbat. John and Denise, come on in the middle. Come on. There we go. I already did it to another couple. You're not the first. Right, Emily? Yeah. So what follows on the next page, on page 22, is Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat. There's a special psalm that King David wrote just for the Shabbat, just for the Sabbath day. It's our custom to read in English on page 22, all the way to the indent. At the indent, we're going to switch over to these beautiful words in Hebrew. Tzadik katamar. The righteous shall bloom like a date palm. But let's read the English together. A psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High,
to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai! How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand.
So find either the Hebrew or the English transliteration where it says tzaddik. Tzaddik is a righteous person. So there's a wordless melody.
Now for the words. Tzadik. Tzadik katamar yifrach, ke'eretz balvanon yizkeh.
Tzadik katamar yifrach, ke'eretz balvanon yizkeh. Shtulim beveit Adonai, chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu.
Same thing.
Shtulim beveit Adonai,
Chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. Back to Tzadik.
Tzadik katamar yifrach,
ke'eretz balvanon
yizkeh. Tzadik katamar yifrach, ke'eretz balvanon yizkeh.
Down to Od.
Od Yenun v'Seilah,
Sheni v'Rananim. Go on.
L'hagid
Yashar
Adonai,
Tzuri v'lo alata bo.
Yalla lai, 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 lai. You know, we've been throwing a lot of new tunes at you. And so I'd like to do the Shalom Aleichem, which welcomes the angels of Shabbat, to an old tune. Some of you grew up with this tune. It's just a beautiful tune for the angels to accompany us into Shabbat and stay with us and leave only when Shabbat is over. It goes like page 24. The old one.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Ashari, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Malachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Orchem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Malachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Barchuni.
Barchuni l'shalom,
Malachei
Shalom,
Malachei
Elyon. Melech Malachei Malachim,
HaKadosh
Baruch Hu.
Tzedchem, last verse.
Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Malachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
On 26 is the Chatzi Kaddish, the prayer that ends this section of the service and gets us ready to enter in the main body of the service. If you're able, please rise for page 26.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash merabah.
Amen.
V'yalamad v'rachirte v'yamelich machute. B'chayechon v'mechon v'chayed chol beit Yisrael.
Ba'adala, ba'adala, u'bizman karev.
v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yesh merabah mevorach.
Le'olam olam me'almaya, yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudeshah.
B'richu.
B'richu li'elam min kol v'chata v'shirata. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed.
We're going to continue on page 30-ish. The prayer itself is on page 30, and at some point we're going to need the words that are right smack in the middle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines down, I think, if I counted correctly. It's after the really long word, b'mishmerotehem. Then the next line is borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or. So those are the lines we're going to use of the Hebrew, but the English is roll into dark, say that,
Roll into dark.
roll into light,
Roll into light.
night becomes day,
Night becomes
Wait,
day.
can we figure this out?
day
Turns to, what do you think? Okay, they're so smart.
right, day turns to night.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Let's do it again.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Now find that Hebrew piece right after that really long word. Borei
Yom v'layla, kolel or mipnei choshech, kolel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Do you think you want to try a little bit of a round?
How about we'll do the English and you'll do the Hebrew?
Sounds good.
Okay,
Captain
one,
Brooman, will you join me on the Hebrew?
two.
Of course.
Okay, great.
1, 2, ready, and roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Day turns to night. Good.
Lovely. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. We continue on page 32 with Ahavat Olam.
If you know this tune, it's an old Debbie Friedman tune. It's, believe it or not, very popular in Israel. I hear it throughout Reform and Conservative congregations when I go and pray there. It's about God's love for the Jewish people. God loved us enough to give us what? A Torah, which is pretty neat. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta קומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו, ויורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה. ועבדך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please rise as you're able for Shema on page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated and turn to page 36.
ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Let's read that together in English so that we understand the words we just said. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Rabbi Gorman, I wanted to indicate that the next English reading is going to lead to a biblical passage called Mi Chamocha, Exodus 15. It's our tradition here when we sing a certain tune that we're going to do tonight, that we go from the Hebrew into an English verse of a Debbie Friedman song, which is on 342. So if you say, they're singing, where did they go? You say, on 342, you can just kind of be ready to flip back to that page to see "And the Women Dancing with Their Timbrels" is where we're going to go into in the English after we start the next song in Hebrew.
But first, we're going to read together on page 41.
Thank you.
Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
So we're on 40, and then 342 at the very end. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, osef efele, Nora tehilot, osef efele. From the beginning, and you can clap with Ken or Boomerang if you want to. Ready? Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, osef efele, Nora tehilot. Here's the middle, Malchutecha. 1, 2. Malchutecha ra'u banecha b'kei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze eli anu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ad. Turn to 342. Adonai imloch le'olam va'ad. Wait for it. Here it is. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Back to page 40.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen.
Turn the page to page 42. I know that a number of you have heard this version of Hashkivenu, a prayer for peace and protection through the night. But since there are some of you who are new to our community and maybe haven't heard it yet, I'll teach it. So we're going to use the first 2 lines of Hebrew. And if you'll repeat after me. Hashkivenu Adonai, try that. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom. Your turn. Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Try that. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Let's do that all together. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Now the verse. Spread a shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain.
Bring it home. Hashkivenu Adonai,
Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim.
Well, Ben's coming up now. He does 2 prayers. He did the Kiddush, which is the blessing for wine or juice, and the passage on the next page, which you can see on page 44, which is Exodus 31, 16 to 17, which says that, that Shabbat is a perpetual gift to us, and it's up to us to remember it and to always observe it. I often tell the story about how fearsome it must have been to read in the Torah that the punishment for violating Shabbat in the Torah was death. But the rabbis 2,000 years ago effectively eliminated the death penalty. There is no death penalty for violating Shabbat anymore. So what in the world would the punishment in our day be for violating Shabbat? And it's a terrible punishment. You don't get Shabbat. And in our day and age, you realize that time is fleeting and precious. We only have so many Shabbatot in our lives. So we're so delighted that you're here to enjoy this one. And it's going to be sung by... Oh, well, there we go. You wanted it high.
שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם.
If you know it, join in. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו
בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Now, Canna Berman is going to play part of the youth group tonight. She is a youth grouper, and she wants to give you a gift on behalf of the youth group.
Do we maybe want
What?
Sydney?
Sydney, come on up. Come on up. Come here. You're going to give him his party T-shirt.
Cool. All right.
So open it up so everybody can see it.
So, all right, Temple Youth Group is party.
Pittsburgh Area Reformed Temple Youth.
Yeah, and by becoming a bar mitzvah, you get the shirt. So
Wait, wait.
congratulations.
Let's see how it looks. There. Doesn't he look fantastic? Don't wear it tomorrow to services.
All right.
Unless it's under the shirt, okay?
All right.
Mazel tov. Thank you for leading us in Vishamru.
Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for just jumping right in.
Anytime.
Oh, take your prayer book.
Yeah, that's the thing I should take.
So on the next page, on page 46, is the beginning of the central prayer of the service called the Tefillah. This two-line prayer on 46 is the hardest one of all. It asks that we actually still ourselves enough that we might be able to open our mouths and pray. Please rise as you are able on page 46. Just do it. Do it. Na, 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 na.
I just wanted to know a capo.
Okay. No capo.
What do you mean no capo?
Did you? Oh, I'm sorry. 4? Just start. I'll catch up.
Na, 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 Adonai. Na, 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 Satai Tiftach.
Na 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 ufi agim dehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Satai Tiftach. Na 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 ufi agim dehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Satai Tiftach, Ananananana Ufi Agi Tehilatecha, Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Satai Tiftach, Ananananana Ufi Agi
Ufi Yagid Tehilateh.
Turn the page to 48.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עזר משיח ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
Turn the page.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל התורה ומושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, בחיי הכל.
Turn the page again.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. On page 55, we join together in a prayer for Shabbat.
Take this.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. Please join me. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. On the next page, we have a prayer asking God to accept our prayers. Today is actually a special day, or tonight begins a special day. It is Rosh Chodesh Nisan. That's not the car, but the month. Thanks, Sydney. What happens in Nisan? Pesach, Passover. So tonight begins the first of the month of Passover, and in our prayer asking God to accept our prayers, we also ask for blessing on us during this new month. So we'll join together in the English on page 56, then I'll continue in the Hebrew, and then we'll finish the page in English. So find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your spirit upon us. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, ya'aleh v'yavo v'yizacher zichronenu, v'zichron kol amcha beit Yisrael lefanecha, l'tova, l'chein, u'chesed, u'rachamim, v'chaim, u'shalom, b'yom rosh hachodesh hazeh, zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu bo l'tova, and you say amen. Hold on a sec, let's try that again. Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu bo l'tova.
Amen.
Ufokdeinu vo livracha.
Amen.
V'hoshienu vo l'chaim.
Amen.
Our God and God of our fathers and mothers, on this first day of the new month, next line, be mindful of us and all your people Israel, for good, for love, for compassion, life, and peace. Remember us for well-being. Amen. Visit us with blessing. Amen. Help us to a fuller life. Amen. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion. At the top of page 59, we join together God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within.
For the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimacha ulechana el hodot.
We continue with a song for peace, which we so desperately need in our world, on page 60.
Shalom
Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon, v'chol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon, v'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
We take a few moments now to offer the prayers of our hearts. Please pray silently.
Shalom, shalom bimroma, uya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'meru amen.
Again.
Oseh shalom, shalom bimroma, uya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'meru amen. Uya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, amen. Oseh shalom bimroma, uya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'meru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael,
Please turn in your books to 253. On that page you will find the Mishaberach of healing for those who are in need of healing. Right now, every single one of us in this room knows somebody who is not whole, somebody who's broken. Not just a bone, maybe a heart, maybe a spirit, maybe a challenge that you face. We're going to look around the room, and as I look at your part of the room, please feel free to name somebody for whom you wish complete healing of body, mind, and spirit this Shabbat. You don't have to say the name out loud, but if you do, that name will enter into our hearts and our circle of concern tonight. If there's somebody for whom you wish healing, I'll start up here, and then just indicate you're part of the congregation. You don't have to raise your hand, it's not class. So just say the names out loud. They come in a cascade, and we'll offer healing prayer for everyone.
Chava Batili. Mishvera first. Lee Fega. Claire Stapmauer.
Anybody? Fritz Ottenheimer and Goldie Ottenheimer, Michael Goldstein, Sheila Sittig, Cindy Goodman, all those named and unnamed. If you want, you can simply close your eyes and let the prayer wash over you. You can sing along, or you can simply say Amen to the verses as they appear, Hebrew and then English.
Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishebera imotenu mikor habracha. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
I want to thank Kenneth Berman for loaning me her guitar. My guitar, Irma, has sustained an injury that will take a little while for it to heal, or an expert luthier, but it'll be okay. You'll be okay. It's all right. I've broken bones too. Tonight's Torah portion is called Tazria, and it starts out with the notion that women give birth. What a lovely notion. It's actually in the very first part of Genesis that we're told to be fruitful and multiply, or long division, or mitosis, whatever we do. You know, we're told, Pru Uravu, it's the very first commandment. Have kids, fill the earth. And women are told that they go through this process and it's something extraordinary. And then they have to have a period of rest and get ready to come back into the community. 33 days or 66 days. They have to be ready to come back and not just jump into work. It's the original Family Leave Act. The idea that you could have 3 weeks off for family leave and jump right back into work is kind of absurd if you think about it. I know women who've had 6 weeks and they're barely walking steps. And the idea, oh, you should be back at full level of work. So finally, America is catching up to the Torah. The Torah said, no, 33 or 66 days at least to be able to begin to function. Okay? But then it goes on to talk about disease. We have eminent doctors here tonight, so I have to be very careful about my words because I'm not board certified. In any specialty, my specialty is Torah, as a matter of fact, which the notion of medical care in Torah is a little bit different. And they wonder what happens when your body breaks out in blotches. They call it leprosy, but it's not really Hansen's disease, which is in fact leprosy. And it's not even either psoriasis, or some of us older folks would call it the heartbreak of psoriasis, which is apparently just as bad, right? It is a debilitating condition that the rabbis say something is wrong inside of you. And because something is wrong inside of you, it's manifesting itself externally. And it's a challenging thought. The closest thing to it is Christian Science, where the idea is you don't need medicine, you need prayer to literally harmonize your inside and your outside so your outside will no longer manifest symptoms or disease. This is such a challenge for us because everybody here has experienced the phone call of a friend or a relative or to ourselves. Grandma has cancer. Mom had a stroke. All these things, and we say, what is the moral basis for this if the Torah says there's supposed to be a correspondence between what goes on medically inside of you and the kind of person that you are? The flip on this was actually in a very famous story. It was written by Oscar Wilde in the late 1800s. It's called The Picture, who's with me, of Dorian Gray. The picture of Dorian Gray, Dorian sells his soul. He's a beautiful young man, and he makes a deal with the devil that he's going to live a debauched life. My English teacher friend here is going to correct me as well, but I'm just outlining it. And whatever happens to him, however morally he fails, whatever he does, from sex to drink to murder, it will appear on the picture, not on him. It will not be reflected in his exterior, which is the opposite of what the Torah is saying. And he goes through this debauched life, and every time he looks at the portrait, it becomes more and more deformed. And finally, he can't take it anymore, and he slashes the portrait, and he himself dies. Because Oscar Wilde, though not a particularly religious man, understood that we strive to have harmony. The harmony of inside and out, which is so challenging when we get the diagnosis of a disease we did not ask for, and something that we didn't deserve. Not everybody who got cancer smoked for 30 years. Not everybody who has a heart disease ate Twinkies every day. Remember Twinkies? The only shelf-stable food that will outlast a nuclear explosion, right? And so how do we do this? How do we understand this balance? And the only thing that ever made sense to me is when I began to learn that curing is not the same as healing. Curing is trying to deal with a symptom. Healing is a treatment of the entire person, not just the body. And I'm sad to say that all of us have a problem with this because we think that death is a defeat as opposed to the natural outcome of living life. I have known people who died young and healed in relationship, in heart and spirit. And I have known people who lived 100 years old who died unhealed. They were cured of every malady to live for 100 years, but they were not whole. And it's my hope that as we listen to Ben's lesson tomorrow about what does it mean to have something go wrong with us in a community where God is supposed to be looking out for us, that we understand that we were never meant to be cured of every disease. We were never meant to live forever. What we were meant was to become whole, to take the broken and to heal it to the best of our ability. It's such a challenge. One of the most famous Hasidic rabbis, the Kotzker Rebbe, said, there is nothing so whole as a broken heart. And why? Because it's the break that lets the light through. No matter what your condition is or the condition of your friend or your family, may whatever break in your life cause light to shine through. May it be a light of caring, a light of connection, a light of affection, a light of hope, a light of healing, no matter how long our lives may be. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we're way past our time, and part of it is because where I was futzing around with this guitar. But I do have a couple announcements. Judy Mahan is looking at me right now saying, you promised 7:05. Is she? She's not here. I'll get away with it.
In the sound booth.
So just a couple things. Cantorial music here is underwritten in part by a wonderful grant from Edgar Snyder. We want to thank our greeters. Our greeters, the Hart family, right? Weren't you greeting tonight? Thank you so much. Abigail, you're getting ready for yours, right? Okay. Tomorrow, Torah study is at 8:30 in the morning in the Falk Library. The Minyan is at 9:15, 10:30. Be there, right? And coming up, we are very, very excited about many things coming up. On Sunday, we have two of the finest family physicians in Western Pennsylvania speaking at the Brotherhood Brunch. Deborah Gilboa and Jonathan Winkle, yes, the son of Phyllis Winkle, they are speaking about family issues and development and problems with challenges with children. That starts at 9:30 and it goes to 11 o'clock. The Shalom Hartman seminar is from 9:30 to 11 as well. Kenna Berman's Bereshit class is also going to be meeting from 10 to 11. You learn the basis of Shabbat with her, right? And you're going to have Shabbat dinner tonight?
Yes, we are.
Very good. Tomorrow is a sing-along at Charles Morris because there are people there who need the healing of presence and song. At 1:45, there's more information on our Temple Sinai calendar. And this Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30, there's going to be sacred games at Charles Morris. The Bing-O. The Bing-O will be played at Charles Morris, hopefully with our help. You may order matzah brittle. Who here made matzah brittle? Anybody here? My wife did a shift of matzah brittle. Laura did as well. It is matzah covered with chocolate covering. Oh, and it's so good. And I just don't even eat it. I put it right here. Okay? If anybody needs a place to go for Passover Seder, will you please call the office so we can find a place for you? Or if there are 2 or 3 spaces at your Seder that you want to admit people, please let us know so that we can do the home hospitality we truly try to do. You may not realize it, but 2 weeks from tonight, when Passover starts, there will be no service. I tried for years to have a Friday night service when Friday night was the first Seder, and women wanted to shoot me because they said, you took my schlepper, you took my carrier, the Seder's not getting done, and how dare you expect us to do Seder when you took all the men away. So please realize that there will be nothing there, and so please make sure that if you have yard sites coming up, that we read it at the appropriate Friday night. The Temple Sinai Bracha Center for Jewish Connections is now offering bereavement support. Again, please see the website if you would like more information about that. Did I miss something? Where did the other rabbi go?
She needed to go to the young adult service.
She went to the room of requirement, didn't she? Okay. So
No, the young adult service.
the young adult service, she's going to do that, and you're going to be with her? Okay,
Yes.
very good. Tonight is Shabbat tables. The early service is meant to end a little earlier so that you can go and have Shabbat dinner. And if you come here and say, well, I didn't know, next month we'll give you a Shabbat dinner. We'll find a place over the river and through the woods to Mount Lebanon so that you can have Shabbat dinner, all right? So if you look at page 282, in the middle of the page, you'll find the concluding set of prayers called Aleinu, for which we all rise as you are able. Yes, what did I miss? Oh my gosh, next week is Volunteer Appreciation Shabbat. So if you volunteer, we want to appreciate you. Thank you for mentioning that. We have a full Shabbat dinner, subsidized. What? Reservations are open till Monday. Come, winner, chicken dinner. Hopefully that you will come and participate in the Volunteer Appreciation Shabbat next week for all of our wonderful volunteers without whom we could not run or organize the programs at Temple Sinai. Page 282, Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latei kedula liyotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol amonam, v'anachnu kor'im, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Turn the page.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Turn one more.
Bayom hahu. Please be seated.
Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo U'shemo echad.
That's great. My God, we need more like you. On page 293 is a brief reading before we read our yahrzeit list and the list of those who have died recently. And we read, our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. It's our custom, if we need the name of somebody for whom you are a mourning, we'll ask you to rise so we can recognize you as a mourner. And at the very end, we'll all rise so that no mourner needs to stand alone. This week, we remember the following names whose yahrzeits occur in the week to come. Samuel Baskin, Hyman Berman, and Elaine Bodek. Julius Boninger and Paul Broslowski. Alfred Brody and Diane Callum. Ann Finkelstein Cohen. Arthur Cohen and Audrey Cohen. Jean Davidson, Lynn Fagan, Minerva Fogel, and Hilda Goldstein. Yetta Goldstein, A. Harry Harris, and George R. Jacobs. Jeanette Carlson, Charles Lewis Klein, and Sam Leibovitz. Fred Landay, Martin Lehman, Stella Mordeau. Martha Moskowitz, Rose Rosen, Barbara Shore, John M. Schumacher, Kalman Shore, Selma Sperling, Henrietta E. Stein, Regina Weintraub, and Gertrude Wolfson. And now we remember those whose recent deaths we still mourn. Herb Levitt, Helen Blair, Francis Coyle, and Sandy Steiner. Because we do not want our mourners to stand alone, we now rise with them to accompany them. On page 294, you'll find the Mourners Kaddish. All who will may join in. Yitgadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yoma divrach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. B'chayechon, u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'zman kari v'yemru.
Amen.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, Shmei Dekudasha, Brichu, le'ela minko birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, da'amiran b'yalma v'yimru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru, Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, all Israel, upon a terribly broken world, upon all of us who still mourn our beloved dead. As together we all say,
Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing and turn to page 321. Oh, actually, no. We're gonna do a different song than I originally had chosen. And you know something? Cantor Berman is smaller than me. I can tell because she has her strap is just a little bit different than mine. It's so funny. Turn to 344. There's a wonderful song there that is in Hebrew and English. It goes, Shir Chadash, new song. It goes like this. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Try that. Adonai, kol haaretz, shirul Adonai, shir. English. Sing unto God all the earth a new song, all the earth. Sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Adonai, kol haaretz, shirul Adonai, shir chadash, a cappella. Shirul Adonai, kol haaretz, shirul Adonai, shir chadash. Brochim atem b'voachem, brochim atem b'tzeitchem, me'etavar olam. May you be blessed every place you come in. May you be blessed everywhere you go. As together we all say,
Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
That's so funny.
Sorry. How do you feel?
Feel great.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.